You're in hospital. What the hell are y'all doing, nasty asses? Anyway, what's up, my change piece? It's been a while since I've done a review or any video about, well, technically any video on this channel. I didn't realize it was been that long. But anyways, I'm here to talk about today's episode, January 30th, very last episode of the month. And before I talk about what I was just referring to, let's talk about Britt finally telling Jason the truth. What's been going on with her, blah, 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 blah. So I had a feeling after watching the previews that Britt was going to tell Jason the truth. You know, because that's what happens when I do events like this. Like people get stuck in with the storm or whatever. So I figured some shit was gonna come out, and yeah, some shit did come out with everybody. But I was like, still a little skeptical because I'm like, and then there you go. She tells him the truth, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah, he like pulled her out of the water. She was trying to escape from Windermere. Speaking of which, so everybody left Windermere except for Ross. And what is Jocelyn trying to do? But anyways, I'm getting off topic. So yeah, we didn't get to see Jason rescue Britt unless I blinked for a really long time on yesterday's episode. So yeah, because they weren't on Wednesday, so it was like would have been yesterday's, which I just watched this morning too. So I might be talking about both. Anyways, Hulu. That's another video. Oh, he finally told you. So the Ross dude, he's the head of the WSB, and he is the head of this whole operation. So I guess they confirmed that Cesar is in fact dead, and Ross is probably the one pretending to be Cesar, talking and torturing Anna. Yeah, because he had the book in his pocket, and Jocelyn had saw it and saw that it's signed C. What makes me wonder if Ross is he like related to Cesar? Maybe like a bro, or I'm sure he knew him once upon a time. But anyways, I'm talking about Britt and Jason. See, that's how it happens. I get off topic. So she told him that they wanted her to continue his her father's cold fusion project or whatever, and then they gave her the medicine to basically con her into sticking around longer than she. So what my thing was is that they were gonna find out that Britt didn't actually need it, but it looks like they're just going to have Jason figure out what's in it so they can make it themselves and free Britt from Ross and Sidwell or whatever. And so it's like still can't believe it. Oh my goodness, Britt told the truth. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know, a fangirl, because I love me some job Brit, so I'm just glad. And I was right. Some people just always jumping on Brit for being a bitch to everybody. Or, I'm sorry, Britch to everybody. But I said from the beginning, it was so that she could try to push people away so they won't get attached to her and figure out what's going on, or um won't so they won't get hurt also, because Ross is an asshole because he was threatening to send oh lordy, I cannot think of that boy's name. Rocco. I just drew like the hugest blank. Rocco, he wanted to send Rocco to Shine Mauer. I'm probably fucking up that name. I was like, what? For what? Breaking into a lab and not touching anything? Oh lordy. So I was right. And so yeah, people just getting on her for doing that. And I'm like, she has a purpose for doing it. So I'm glad she finally said it. So now people can shut up and leave my Brit alone. Leave my Brit alone. Oh lordy. And Jason's like, he wants to help her. He's there for her. And I'm like, I've told you this, Brit. Jason will be there. He wants to be there for her. And I just wanted to cry. It was just so beautiful. Okay. Lordy. So Jason, yeah, he's going to probably get Spinelli. I guess Spinelli will probably be involved, you know, basically just trying to figure out what the recipe was for the medicine. But I was hoping that she really didn't need it and they were just fucking with her about having Huntington's, but I guess not. But Britt decided to thank Jason by finally let him get a taste. Get to was it considered third base is when you get to when he gets to go inside. Oh my gosh, stop like I don't know why. But Britt finally let him get some. So unfortunately we didn't get to see the everything. It cut to Carly and Brennan. Oh Lordy. If Carly was gonna bang somebody on her couch, why couldn't it have been Valentine? So rude. But I hope that this means only good things go moving forward with Jason and Britt. Because this is what us folks wanted. There's some people probably hating, but I'm all for Jawbread. Bring it on. But I'm worried that he would do something to help Carly out of her mess with Brennan, which I'm still trying to figure out what Valentine and Carly are planning on doing to bring down Brennan. I mean, the only thing Carly has really done is get into Brennan's hotel room, and take pictures of shit that he had. That's pretty much all I can say. So that makes me wonder. Well, I've heard that Valentine was sticking around for only for like another month or so. That sucks. But so really Brennan is the head of that place. Oh lordy, I can't think of the name. Hold on one moment. Okay, I'm back. Pike Man. I can't believe I forgot that. They've talked about that for the last 2 years or so, Pike Man. So because I remember Valentine was talking to Carly, I don't think it was this week, I think it was last week. He was talking about so Brennan's the real head of Pikeman, and Clement Valentine saying that, and that if he could bring down Brennan and fix his name or whatever. So then, if that means that Brennan did everything and Valentine's just a fall guy, then that means Valentine can stop hiding and stuff and be a man, the right man for Anna. I don't know. But yeah, he was really about to go out and save Charlotte because Charlotte ran away from Lulu. She was talking about she wanted to check on her horse, and while she was there, her and Danny decided to go over or try to go to Carly so she could see Valentine, but couldn't get very far. So they're in one of the little cabin houses or whatever on the Quartermain compound. Yeah, so and Valentine, he didn't make it very far. He came in, and Carly was looked like Carly was all ready to go out and save her man, Anna's man that she's just taken care of for the moment until Anna can get out her little nice little setup she got down there. But yeah, Valentine's like, you were gonna come help me. And Carly's like, no, I just got some new boots. I wanted to try them on. She didn't say that. So Lulu had text Carly to let her know that Charlotte was okay. I guess everybody was trying to go out and save her, which I'm gonna talk about Lulu in a minute. That thing. So they're sitting there chatting, and Carly was like, you could stay in the guest room. And I'm like, girl, why don't you just tell him to come into your bed? It's been a while. Come on, when was the last time Valentine even got something? He was in prison for over a year. And before that, on the run. I don't know. Valentine's got a thing for complicated women. Talking about you, Anna. But I guess not as complicated as Carly. But it seems like Anna has way more problems than Carly does nowadays. Anyways, they were all chummy drinking, and then funky ass Brennan shows up. So Valentine had to go back up to the go back up to the basement, go back up to the attic. Oh lordy, and Brennan's like, oh, he wanted to come take care of her and Donna, and Carly's like, Donna was with Sunny. And he's like, oh, I thought you were gonna get her. It's like, yeah, I got there. Then I was like, oh, I mixed up the days, and he saw the two drinks on the table, and Carly lied and said that Jason was gonna come, so she poured him a drink. But storm out there, so she thought, I guess, she drank his drink. And then I ended up having sex, which, oh, no, why can't we see Jason and Britt? I remember when they were together before, they had like a nice little love scene, and I'm like, Steve Burton did a love scene? What the hell? Speaking of which, I need to go back and watch that. Help me feel really good like I feel right now. Oh, Lordy. So, oh, I got a text message I was just reading. Yeah, Eddie just texted me. I texted him like 2 hours ago. Anyways, husbands. So yeah, Charlotte wanted to go see her dad. She's all pissed off. Yeah, even though she lost her, the dude that follows her around, he needed to get back to work and help with everything with the storm. But her and Danny, it's just like they were just sitting there talking about, they just understand each other and all the difficultness of their families and everything. And the way that they were just talking and just looking at, like, spaced out what they were saying. And I'm like, oh, I know they are not flirting with each other. And then sure enough, there to go kiss. And I'm like, what the hell? Ew, no! Does General Hospital not understand, you know, who these characters are and their family connections? Okay, this Danny and Charlotte are biological cousins. They share blood. They are both Cassidines. Are we going to ignore that shit? Danny's mom, Sam, is part Cassidine because of her mama, Alexis. Charlotte's dad, Valentine, is a Cassadine via his father, Victor, which means that Alexis and Valentine are cousins. Unless I'm missing something. Either way, they're both blood Cassadines, okay? I don't know, because I got a little mixed up with Valentine's ancestries or whatever. Right? Am I missing something? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I swear to Jeebus, Valentine's a biological Cassadine, which means that Charlotte and Danny cannot be making out with each other. But anyways, before things got even further and they made their little mixed up babies, Rocco walks in. He said he was going out and walk with them. But anyways, he finds out that Danny knows that Valentine has been hiding in Carly's attic, and he's all hurt that he didn't get to know this information. And Charlie's like, "Well, yeah, I didn't tell you because you told mom." He's like, "No," and it's like, "You're a bad liar." And I'm like, yeah, that story with the whole lab thing pretty much sums up that you suck at lying. You definitely, I'm not sure whose genes you have because Dante and Lulu, they've had their moments where they don't say shit to shit. I don't, he's a good amount of the of Spencer, but no, I still think that he's really Britt's son. That'd be hilarious if he really was. But he's part of Spencer, and his funky grandpa Luke was. Oh, I guess I never mind. I won't go down there. Anyways, so they had a discussion. But speaking of Lulu, little bitch, she's sitting out there making. First of all, whose cafe is that? I'm like, how did they get inside there? Do they own that chick? Or oh no, Nate knows the chick that works there or owns it or whatever. Whatever. But she sat up there and kissed Nathan, knowing damn well that is her best friend Maxie's husband. Nasty ass. But you know what? Maybe he is not really Nathan. Because they were sitting up there talking, and they're talking about the math table. Oh lordy, I don't forget what it's called. Hold on. The periodical table. I just blanked for like a second and came right back. They're talking about that, and Nathan said that his dad, you know, pushed him to learn everything about that. And then, Lulu was all confused. And then I was thinking, that's something very Cesar like. And if I'm not mistaken, Cesar Faison, he raised Peter, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember that correct. Of course, correct me if I'm wrong because I tried to forget everything that is Peter August. So it's possible that Nathan's really Peter, or Nathan's body has Peter's memories, maybe. I don't know. But, it has been those. I just felt like there was something more to this whole Nathan storyline. And then I'm like, because a lot of people, some people have said that they think that Nathan's really Peter. And I was like, that's a really good way to get back with Maxie, making her think that her dead husband is alive. Peter really had a crazy thing for Maxie. So if that's the truth, why did you do this to us? But I don't know. But I heard that Maxie is supposed to be waking up next week or within the next couple of weeks, and she's not going to. She's gonna be suspicious of Nathan. Basically, it's not gonna be like, oh my gosh, my husband. So I'm like, oh lordy. But at least it'd be really cool if it was Nathan, because I really, really loved Nathan and Maxie. I was really hurt when I stopped watching for a few months and I came back and found out Nathan was dead. Like, I seriously, the first episode, or one of the first episodes I watched was Nathan's funeral, or right after Nathan's funeral. So, like, Nathan's dead and Maxie's pregnant. Oh lordy. That's so wrong. But at least we're finally getting to the point of Nathan's storyline because, brought the boy back from the dead. Back from the dead or whatever. He gets in his accident. Nobody does any kind of investigation aside for testing his DNA. That's it. He was in a vehicle. Nobody thought to look up the vehicle's information, registration. That would lead you to maybe where he was or whatever. They never did any of that stuff. And I was guessing because Maxie wasn't around, so they didn't want to start up anything until Maxie woke up. I'm assuming, but I don't know. But it looks like we're finally going to get deeper into this storyline, which I still think is sort of connected to whatever the whole cold fusion or whatever is going on with Britt too. But it looks like that's finally escalated to the point of maybe getting to the point of it all, and maybe it finally being over. I don't know. I don't hold my breath. This is General Hospital we're talking, but I am still trying to figure out what Jocelyn was trying to do at Windermere. Not only that, but where the hell did everybody go at Windermere? I'm like, it's a castle. I'm sure they have generators. So, I don't know. Did everybody just go to different rooms or something? I think I might have missed something. I remember seeing everything going black and people leaving. But, he's just like sitting in the living room and Jocelyn's like in there and she's reading a book, and of course Anna is on the cover. Well, the chick looks like Anna, but I don't know. Could probably be an old picture of Anna. I don't know, but yeah, I'm convinced that the Ross dude is the one pretending to be Faison, or maybe he's younger than Faison. It looks like he's probably younger than Faison. But anyways, they have some kind of connection, and Ross is just playing off of that, messing with Anna. But you have to admit, of all the kidnapping storylines that I've seen, I think Anna has the nicest setup. She has her own kitchen. Tiny, but still own kitchen. Poor thing saw Peter the other day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, don't do that, because the actor, Wes Ramsey, he's about to pop up on Days of Our Lives, and I don't like Weston. Nothing against him. I just don't. He's not somebody I want a double dose of. Anyways, and lastly, Molly's Christina sent Molly's book out to get read, I guess, to get a publishing deal or whatever. And Cody got to see part of when he started reading part of the book, and thinks that Molly hates him and whatever. And I'm like, no, that's how she thought of you at the first time. But then she got to know you a little better, and now she loves to passionately hug you. But he's really pissed, and Molly distracted him by taking him upstairs to bump and grind, or I'm sorry, no, passionately hug But he's all pissed of how she used to see him, or he thinks that she still sees him that way. And so he's like, rather go sleep with the horses that shit standing up and don't really care that they're surrounded by that than lay with her. And I'm like, damn, Molly. um, I think that's pretty much all that happened. I am liking that Tracy and Marty are trapped together, but it looks like um she gave she gave him some, what is it, bourbon, some alcohol, and um Scout's little thermos. Thought that was funny. But it looks like the everything will be okay on Monday. I mean, I guess maybe they're probably still trapped. It's just gonna be daylight. I don't know, but Jason and Britt will be on, yes. But Michael and Brooklyn and, oh lordy, Willow. I don't remember who else was in the promo. Those are who I remember in the promo. But anyways, what did you think about this everybody snowed in kind of thing? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, sorry, I was thinking of something else. Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit the like button. Subscribe for more General Hospital reviews and other videos. And if you enjoy any of the other soaps, I talk about them as well. And I'm gonna shut up before I start talking about something else. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Speaking of snow, we're supposed to be getting more snow tomorrow, and have no freaking idea how much. Um, Crazy numbers all over the place, but the consensus is that we will see some snow. Anyways, love you guys. Bye. Stay warm.